Welcome back to our Anno 1800 modded series, ultimate modded series. We have so many mods, I can't even count them anymore. You can see so many buildings that you probably have never seen before. Whole new tiers of population, like those military there, the soldiers, right, in their barracks. We have also the pescatarian over here, level 2. May have never seen that before. A lot of new productions. And in the last two episodes, we have spent indeed quite a bit of time in the old world, getting some of these up, getting also all the way to engineers. We have a first engineer house over here. We also, I think, stabilized a bit in terms of war, right? We killed a lot of pirates. We are now at kind of ceasefire with the two pirates, and we still are at war with Lady Margaret, but again, I think we've done good to push her back, and in particular kill a lot of her ships. So I'm thinking today we focus a bit more on the new world. We have some basics, but we could definitely have a lot more. We do have, a number of ships too, so that's good. But more importantly, I think it's time to grow the city over here. We have, this one destroyed by, I guess, a pandemic. So yeah, we have a couple of operators, but actually not enough to unlock all the way to sewing machine, and we don't even have any artista. So I think probably good for us to try to do this now. Let's get started. I'm going to expand this road there, make it center of the town, and it's almost like we just take this here and double it on the other side. Something like this. Yep. Okay. Here we probably want to actually keep space for potentially some arbor production or the beach in the future. So we're gonna leave it like this. We should build this, but that requires some bricks. So let's see if we can't get a brick production going on this. So with the mods, I don't even know if it's possible because we don't have access to a deposit, I think. We could use potentially one of these. Let's see if we can. Let me try. Yes, we can. Okay, so we can make one over there, basically. Let's do that. Was going to require... Oh, this one is a 2-minute production cycle. Okay, that is huge. I mean, that is very slow, I mean. Wow, with for 50 obreros? Oh, I wonder if we shouldn't just bring it from the old world. What's for sure is I think we're gonna only build one because this is 30 seconds. So that would be completely overkill to have more than one. Let's see over here. And we're gonna need also a bit of coal. For now, maybe we place it there. And this requires bricks. It's like a self-sustaining prophecy. Because she doesn't sell any bricks, right? Yeah. So I need to bring some. Good thing we have a few over here. Just bring it there. This is fine. Okay, I'm just checking if there's somebody with a lot of resources somehow that I forgot. Okay, so let me work on expanding this a bit and I'll see you in a minute. Here it is a few minutes later and the city is growing, the productions are growing too. I have a lot more reserves. Basically, I kept sending ships, full of resources. Takes a bit of time, but it got completely full. And yeah, we have a lot of people, a lot of resources. Let's check this out. You can see we're producing enough of wood, water. We need some sewing thread, some wool fabric, a lot of, or not a lot, 3 work clothes. This is actually a lifestyle need. Bringing this from the old world because I don't think it's possible to do it in the new world, even with all these mods. We are also some seafood stew. It's made on another island. We have a bit of coal, actually beer. I don't think we're making mango. We've started to make mango. This is, one of these tree production orchards. Where is it here? This is this orchard over here, mango production. We have, then what else? We're bringing from the old world some sewing machine. We're making a lot of cotton fabric from cotton. That makes us some bombing. We've started to make also some actual coffee, light roast, thanks to coffee beans. We haven't started the cigars, actually. I don't have the fertility on this island. Started to also do local mail. I'll show you that in a second. Of course, increase the production of those basic things like fried plantain and ponchos. We need a lot of corn. We have also calamari and salt. So it's quite a lot. And if we look, at my people now, they are getting everything they need for basic needs, the journaleros, but also for their happiness. And they're getting a couple of these lifestyle needs. They're getting the local mail, the work clothes, and the felt. And then if we look at our obrera, they are also getting everything for the basic needs. We've started, as I just said, the coffee roast, the bombine, and the sewing machine. We are not giving them that many things over here. We're giving them some rum, a chapel, and the boxing area. This is this building over here. We haven't started to give them the more advanced things. I don't actually know where to make the mango lassi. I haven't seen the building. The school, I don't actually have access to a basic school. I think the only school we have is a gymnasium school, and look at how much it costs. So we can't really do it right now, unless, it's hidden somewhere else, but I really haven't seen it anywhere else. And then, lifestyle need, we're also giving them just local mail, because we have started to put post offices. I think we have one here, and is that the only one? Let's check. No, we have a second one here, and then two small at the top there. So with this, again, we're producing obviously local mail. This is, by the way, linked to how much population there is in your circle, right? So the more population, the more you're gonna make of mail. And yeah, we for now just keep it here. So we have a couple of options now. We are able to upgrade, these obreras to Artista, but we could potentially also move them to Terrace Obreros. And even for the Jornaleros, we have also this option of the Terrace Jornaleros. So let's actually check that out first. I'm gonna press I instead of U and put all of these as terraced. So slightly different, right? Asset, it's still pretty low. You can see it's still kind of one level versus these ones are two level. But hopefully we can fit more people, right? This one was limited to 34. This one here is gonna be now limited to 54. How? By adding these three productions here. I see some burritos, some bread, and some cheese. So bread and cheese are actually available over here. We could do them also on the old world, but I can even do them here locally. So I think we're gonna try to do this. That would be, great. Local, everything when you can do it locally, it's always better, in my opinion. Simplify, right, your logistic. And happiness, nothing has changed. Lifestyle need, nothing has changed either, if I'm not mistaken. So to be very precise, right, this is 5 Jornaleros, this is 5, and this is 5 again. So 15 Jornaleros just with those three productions. And with this, right, again, we'll have a lot more people with the same kind of number of house. So that's why it's really good. We can try to do the same with the obreras over here. Let's do I. It costs a bit of bricks and timber, and yeah, here it is. So it's not that different, but you can see it is slightly, instead of 2 levels, this looks more like 3 levels, right? It's more compact. It's more compact. So again, we can compare. Instead of 64 at the max, we're moving now to 84 with, again, the bread and the cheese, but also electricity. Electricity, we have with the mods, many mods that we've unlocked, right? We have quite a lot of ways to make electricity. We have the normal way with, oil. We have this one with gas. We have the windmill, so just wind, and this is another gas one that comes from dung fertilizer. But more importantly, with this island here of Manola, we'll be able to have access to electricity by building this dam over here. Unfortunately, to get to the dam, we need 4,000 artista. Or to be precise, we're gonna need 4,000 to start level 1. We're gonna need even more after. So we definitely need to have also a lot of artista. And so for artista, instead of I, we're gonna press U. Alright, so U and upgrade these guys here. See what happens. So this is now, right, even higher. It is basically 3 levels similar to these guys, but they have a bit more space. You can see it's less dense. They have, you know, trees and whatnot. This is also a lot. We can get all the way to 98. And a lot of new productions I see. What is that? Liquor. Okay, liquor, this is completely new. All of these are not actually new. We have that in the base game. And then happiness, a couple of new things like the Samba School, the cinema, okay, classic. We could give them some local mail too. And then there's a lot of things from the old world in particular. What is that? Wine. Okay, another production again. So many new productions, you know, in this game. But yeah, I think, you know, yeah, sure. Say yes. So he wants us to get to 1,000 artista. But before, like I was just saying, I think what we're gonna do is try to put all of these to terraced. Like there's no reason why not, in my opinion. That we will have even more population in a kind of very concentrated place. While this one maybe will be the terraced obreros. Right, all of these can be the terraced one. So we're gonna need a second for them, right, to get ready for the upgrade. But maybe we upgrade the one we can already. Perfect. Okay. And yeah, maybe then after this becomes a lot of artista in the middle. And then maybe again a bit of terraced obreros and terraced, terraced jornaleros. Then last but not least, you know, there is other tiers of population in the new world now. We have access also to the soldiers. We have access also potentially to the tourists. But I see that for these tourists in the new world, we're gonna need to have a lot of tourists to unlock them. I think first from the old world, basically. But for the soldiers, we could definitely start right away. And I'm thinking maybe we put them on top over here. You know, they are kind of like overseeing the city. I also see that we are getting attacked, I think is because of her. Let's do a ceasefire. Perfect. We have ceasefire with those two. Let's check if that was the attack. Yeah, it was this pirate trying to attack me. Speaking of which, you know, we are getting more and more of ships. You know, I'm building more and more ships all the time. So I'm wondering if not soon, like soonish, we try to do a first attack. Yeah, maybe one of these islands. Or maybe we try to kick her out of the new world. It could be an interesting idea. I have influence. She just has a lot of defenses. I'm worried it's gonna be a nightmare. And here we are, a few minutes later, you can see we have definitely upgraded over here. All of these are now jornaleros with, you know, the terraced. And I've started to give them also the cheese, the tortillas or burritos, and the bread. Even if for the bread, I think it is not exactly perfect. I think we're making exactly what we need, so it's going a bit up and down. I'd probably need to upgrade this production soon. And then in the middle here, we have all of these obreras, which are again also getting this cheese, not yet electricity, and then this bread. I'm leaving a bit of space over here because I'm thinking to put not the gymnasium because it's a bit too big, but maybe this guy here. That could be good. And then I guess the gymnasium maybe on this side. And then, as I said, we're gonna expand over here. I've started also to make more productions locally. Like I'm thinking we're gonna make all of the seafood locally. Yes, it takes things we didn't really have before, but we can actually make all of these here. With the hacienda, we can make spice and we can make the potatoes. Similarly for, you know, the burritos, I'm thinking again of making it locally because now we have the cattle for the milk, so we can transform that into, you know, the beef over here. Yes, we won't have the avocado and the herb fertility on this island, but we can just make sure to have those two productions on another island and bring everything here. You know, it needs to become my production hub. Also because we're gonna get access to electricity. So definitely best to have everything locally here rather than on the other islands. But speaking of other islands, I'm thinking it is a good time to go to war. I'm gonna leave a couple of ships over here, and then we're gonna take all of my other ships, so all of these ones here, plus all of these ones there. It's not huge, but I'm hoping it's gonna be enough to attack this island here. Now we're gonna have, you know, to be very careful with these here, with these flamethrowers, and there is definitely a lot of defenses, but it's less defended than in the old world. So I'm thinking again, probably better to just attack these first, try to push her out completely of the new world, and then we can focus a bit more on the old world. Okay, the other thing I think we want to do pretty soon is try to get access to the aluminium over here, so that then soon we can also have access to ships, or airships to be more precise, and to have access also to the transport of mail across, you know, different islands, so that we don't have only the local mail, but we can try to also have regional mail and overseas mail, both in the old world and the new world. It's not the biggest fleet, but it's also not the smallest. The problem though is you can see the wind is completely in front, right? It's coming like this, so it's gonna make me go slow, which is terrible. So I think we're gonna wait just a bit for the wind to shift, and then we'll attack. So, you know, there are things like this you need to think about. Instead of waiting, I decided to just go around, and we're gonna attack from the other side. And we're on the other side of the island, so now we have the wind behind us, helping us. As I mentioned before, our first objective should definitely be to destroy this over here, and then everything else. So let's go attack. We're also going to use these potentially once we get in range. Now we're gonna lose a lot, I'm pretty sure, but I just wanted to have fun. Let's go. Yes. Come on, go for it. So it is. We've already lost one ship, basically. But at least this cannon is almost done. One more here. And then probably this one in the middle here. And then maybe that guy here. We're gonna lose a second ship there. Soon. Maybe a third, actually. Oh no, wait, this is still the first one. We didn't lose it, actually. I think now we go for this guy. So we could potentially be a bit sneaky and try to save those ships, just repair them. But it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Okay, yeah. We're almost done, because this is just a flag emplacement, so it can't do any damage to me. The other harbor is too far to do damage for me. We're gonna destroy, of course, this. And then, you know, we can decide if we want to go and get repaired. Or do we continue our attack? Because if we get repaired, you know, we may not have time to come back. I'm also going to check quickly here if there's interesting resource. So we don't want to give it time to get everything repaired, right? So we didn't really get anything interesting. Let's just drop them. Okay. I didn't drop. Just drop in the ocean. Why is it not dropping? Anyway, it's fine. So let's take the fleet here. How many do we still have? We still have quite a lot. Let's go over here. Now these ones, you should definitely not send them first. If you send them first, they're gonna die right away. We can either keep them and go make them repair, or we can send them maybe, you know, just a bit after, so that they can help, but hopefully they won't be the one targeted by the enemy. Right? So that's the idea. Make sure we stay out of range while we kind of put ourselves into position. And hopefully still will this one. I think we can. The only thing is, okay, the big one is on this side. So we're gonna want to go all the way there, because that's definitely a very dangerous one. And then let's send these guys after. Okay, so yeah, this one is probably gonna die, but hopefully we destroy this pretty quickly. Let's go in position. Okay, the ships are in position, they're turning now. And okay, we lost one ship, but this is done. Let's go for the strong one here. So you see these guys, they're arriving now. They're gonna be able to help, but hopefully we won't lose any. Then we probably want to go for the trade post, because that's pretty strong too in terms of damage done to me. Okay, let's go. I think we're okay. Unless they send like a big armada, which I'm not really seeing on the map, to save themselves. We should be fine. It's in the red already. Soon they're gonna give up, even if they still have a couple of defenses here and there. Should be fine. May want to keep this guy out. And done. Yes, first island conquered, ladies and gents. We're definitely taking it over. And she's obviously not happy, but it's her problem, right? Like, she's the one who was attacking me. So she doesn't have any legs to stand on. Oh, that is great. I don't have dynamite yet. So getting some resources, always good. Oh, and we get a bonus unifier too. I'll show you that in a second if you don't remember what that is. Okay, we need another ship here. And yeah, we don't have resources there, so otherwise I would have built right away a crane to repair. But let's check if there's items. Yeah, we can take them. I don't really need them right away, but you know, in case we lose the island in a couple of minutes, there is a period where they can't take it, but after they'll be able to go for it. Okay, so let's take all of this, and what we're gonna do is make sure they're all going together back home. Let's go. And yeah, speaking of back home, as you can see, I'm slowly but surely expanding the city. We're keeping on the side over here the jornaleros. That's the idea. Keeping jornaleros on the side. We're gonna have a lot of artista in the middle, but I also need to improve the production for this. So I'm gonna do this a bit offline, and then we can restart the episode when, you know, we've made some great progress over here. Thank you for watching. Smash like button. Do tell me in the comments below what you want to see next in this series, and I hope to see you next time.